Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining. I'm mpoomyledwaba. As usual, thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking. You guys are so special to me. For those of you who are fasting and praying, I hope all is going well. So as we get into the new year, I like to read a lot of books. I love to listen to a lot of podcasts, just to always gear myself up and to be filled with lots of wisdom and knowledge, something TV cannot give you. Sometimes it can, but let's do more reading, less TV. We can still do TV a little bit. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, so it's fine, but let's do a lot of reading so that we can be equipped to take over the world. So I'm going to give you some of my favorite reads that I think you should read this year if you haven't read. No particular order. So I'll start with this one. Healing the Soul of a Woman by Joyce Meyer. This book speaks a lot about obviously healing for women. As you know, if you know Joyce Meyer, she had quite a rough childhood. So she talks about the healing process, how you can heal, and literally gives practical ways to heal. Heal from anything physical, emotional, whatever sickness or whatever pain you've endured. This book is really amazing, but I did mention that you need to be ready to do the work if you want to heal. Cool. Number 2, The Year of Yes. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed this book so much, by Shonda Rhimes. She speaks about her life, how she went from being this boring lady who all she did was make TV, make money, go home and sit on the couch, to saying yes to things, yes to trying out new things, and that resulted in such a better life. And I'm a very conservative person who sticks to her own things. I never try new things, so I challenge myself that 2020 I'm saying yes to more things. I've already started. It's hard saying yes, and she talks about how it's not easy. It's gonna take a lot from you, but it helped her in running her business, being a mother, and just being the best version of herself. So The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes is amazing. What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey, another great read. So basically Oprah talks about things that she knows for sure, and knowing Mama O, who's had over 60 years of life experience, and her journey has been absolutely amazing. She's got a lot of wisdom to share, and I love that her wisdom and her knowledge is not just for materialistic or the outside world, but for the soul. It speaks to the soul and the inner you. And then I've got So by Bishop Jakes. This book is amazing for people who want to start businesses, change careers, or just go to a new level in life. If you're starting a new marriage, a new business, a new job, or want to just try something new. So he talks a lot about starting something new, the fears that you may face starting out, and it's really amazing. It will give you the push that you need. This book helped me a lot, and it helped me a lot. I still refer to it from time to time. My next book is Basi, My Journey of Hope. What an amazing local South African read. This book gave me a lot of hope. It made me feel like as a woman I can have it all, just not all at the same time. But you know what, that we are capable, that we are able. She's an amazing mom, an amazing wife, businesswoman, and just so much more. And she speaks about her journey, and you know what, it's very relatable because she's someone who grew up in Soweto, who started with almost nothing to who she is now. And it's just really a book of hope. Next, How to Manage Your Money Like a Grown-Up. This book is really great. It doesn't swear a lot. It doesn't. Like I have said, I don't really like swearing, so I don't enjoy books that swear a lot. It doesn't swear a lot. But she's a free spirit, but it's very practical. It's helped me make some good changes in my finances. I enjoyed it. She didn't talk finance, when I say let me say, she didn't have finance jargon where it's just like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? She really simplified what your financial advisor has been trying to tell you for years. So this is a great read. And lastly, Don't Settle for Safe by Sarah Jakes. If you know, Sarah Jakes had quite a rough childhood where she made choices that affected her life really, really badly, but she turned her life around, and now her story, her mistakes are her ministry. And so she talks about that, and she just talks about where we shouldn't stay where we are. Like, God has so much more for us. So if you feel like you're in a place where you're stagnant, you're not getting anywhere, things are just not working together, you can't seem to pull yourself up, this book is perfect for you. And then my last book, which is not with me, is The Path Made Clear, a new book by Oprah Winfrey that I read, that came out last year. That is also really amazing. So Mama O basically compiles her favorite speakers, spiritual teachers, actors, singers, you name it, just people that she loves to have conversations with, and they share their insights on different topics. So those are my reads that I would recommend that you read in 2020. And then let's get to podcasts. I have a few podcasts that I listen to. The first one is Enjoying Everyday Life with Joyce Meyer. So basically, in her podcast, she takes summaries of her sermons and she puts them up, and they are very, very practical. I like the way she speaks. It's for the everyday person. Even if you're not like a religious person who doesn't speak church language, Joyce Meyer is practical but also very inclusive of the Word of God. And then there's Daily Inspiration by Steve Harvey. These are short, informal clips where Steve Harvey ends up his radio station, and he basically motivates. He speaks a lot about career success, financial success, and just basically picking you up. Then I've got my favorite, Oprah Super Soul Conversations. It varies, but she has a lot of conversations with different people. I've started from like 2017 when the podcast started. She speaks to all sorts of people, but as you know, her conversations are very holistic. And then there's Woman Evolve by Sarah Jakes. Here she actually handles the podcast alone. It's very funny, not serious at all. She tackles a few things. She tackles everyday issues that are happening, not just in the Christian community, but in life as general. She gives advice. She basically talks about everyday life. Another one, this one is amazing for couple conversations with Lisa and John Bevere. I love it. They speak a lot about marriage, marital issues. I remember John Bevere actually even did a whole series on beating porn addiction. They honestly talk about it. Or if you're married, actually even if you're single, the podcast is very perfect. And then my favorite one, which just launched, is Life with the Lindsays. Heather Lindsay and Cornelius Lindsay. If you know, I'm a huge fan of Heather. They also tackle everyday life. The first 3-4 podcasts that have come out are absolutely amazing and insightful. They are for everyone, single, married. They talk about marriage. They talk about life when you're single, how to make the most of your single life. And then I follow Elevation. Okay, Elevation I watch on TV, but if I've missed a sermon, I listen to Elevation with Stephen Furtick. And then Pastor Andre Olafir from Rivers Church. I love him, and his sermons are also available. And then I know you're gonna ask, what about Conversations with Mpumi and Yols? You'll be excited. I'm excited to let you know that it is coming back. Yols and I had to really take time off last year to just reflect and really be invested in our new businesses and in the growth of the expansion of my business. But we've made plans and it's gonna happen this year. I promise you, you should check it out. A lot of you have sent beautiful messages and we appreciate it, and it will be available. Oh, and then I listen to the Potter's Touch as well. Sermons by T.D. Jakes. On TV, they tend to be an hour long, which I don't always have time to watch on TV, but on the podcast, they summarize to about 30 minutes, which is absolutely perfect for my drives to work. So yeah, those are my reads and my podcasts for the year. So I'm going to say this for the last time. Books are available, and exclusive books, CNA, Takealot. So many different stores. Just Google. I promise you will find. But yeah, I buy all my books from Exclusive Books. If I can't find from Exclusive Books, I order on Takealot. And podcasts, I think they're available if you've got an iPhone, they're available. You should have an app that comes with it. And then if you're on Android, I think Google Play, Spotify, I think Deezer, and yeah, but basically those are the common platforms. So I hope you enjoy. If you do read the books or listen to the podcast, give me a review. Let me know how it's going, if it's helped you, and do recommend any books you're reading or any podcast. I love you so much. Have a beautiful week. God bless you.